Hey guys, it's Kate. I just wanted to give you a little what to expect in a newborn session. They're very different than other sessions, and there's oftentimes a lot of questions, and I want to kind of give you a little FAQ for newborns. So typically we schedule newborn sessions in the morning. The reason we do that is newborns are typically more content or happy in the morning. Like if they have any indigestion, which is so normal in babies, or any just things going on, oftentimes by afternoon they can be a little more upset, and they can also be a little more stimulated, which, as you probably know, once babies get really stimulated, sometimes it's hard for them to kind of come down. And since taking pictures of them is a lot of extra stimulation, sometimes at the end of the day it's just too much for them. That's not to say that we can't do it. I just try to schedule in the morning. So we typically schedule a morning session. And I'll send you a list of prep before you come for your newborn session. But some of the big things are, if you can, and this is of course if you can, try to keep your baby awake for an hour, maybe 2 hours before a session. The goal is to get them really nice and sleepy when they get here. You do not have to give your baby a full bath. I know a lot of people don't like to give their babies a bath for a while, and that is totally okay. The one thing I would suggest is if your baby has any hair, sometimes baby's hair can have a really greasy look, just because we won't touch their hair. Just wash their hair, and you'll get that nice, fluffy, soft baby hair. And then when you get here to my studio, first of all, sorry, I'm going to backtrack. Dress your baby in a sleeper that's either zipped down or buttoned down, because that way when your baby comes here, if they're already asleep, we don't have to do the whole take things over their head, and it's just really easy to get them into wraps and that type of thing. So then that brings me to, if your baby's sleeping, bring them to my studio, or if I'm coming to your house, keep them sleeping, and then I'm going to be the one that's going to take them out of the carrier. So I didn't really like this when I was the mama, but let me explain why. So us mamas, our babies have a sense for us, and so if I pick the baby up, oftentimes they'll stay settled. Sometimes if you pick the baby up, they're like, oh, it might be time to nurse. Oh, it's time to look into mommy's eyes. But if we can kind of keep them settled, that's a really big help. So then we typically in a session, I say it's an hour minimum. Truthfully, most sessions are about 2 hours, depending on how well baby settles, how well just things go. I want you rest at ease and know that in a session, I bet a quarter of the time we're actually taking pictures, and the rest of the time we're wrapping the baby, we're calming the baby, we're nursing again, we're doing a pacifier. And newborn photography is all about lots of patience and just calmness. So I oftentimes have music playing in my studio that really calms babies. Oftentimes I'll end up just whispering with parents because I love to chat with you, but sometimes if they hear your voice, they wake up. And so it's just a really calm, peaceful session. So then on the side note, 2 things. If your baby needs to nurse or take a bottle at any point, that is top priority. Baby needs mama, right? And so that is top priority for me. So if we spend most of the session with you sitting on the couch nursing, that's okay. I promise you that we always get good photos, even when that happens, because babies need to nurse. It's super, super, super important. So I will never stand in the way of baby getting what they need. And you have a voice too. So if you feel like the baby's getting a little frustrated or something like that, I most of the time will be like, hey, let's nurse, let's give a bottle. But if you're like, oh, I just need to hold my baby, just tell me, because that's so important that you have that. This is your baby, and I am privileged to be able to take pictures of them, but you're still the mom in this situation, 100%. And then the other thing is when we do all those really cute naked baby poses, I have moms always worried oh no, they're gonna poop on you, or they're gonna pee on you. Guess what? They all poop and pee on me. And that's just part of the fun. Honestly, I'm disappointed if a baby hasn't peed all over something or pooped on something. That's just part of the fun. And it does not bother me at all. I have 3 little kids. I have been pooped and peed on many times by them, unfortunately. And your baby does not bother me at all. Something that I really encourage you as a mom is I have a cozy couch, I have a cozy studio. Just relax. Truly, I have water. Bring some snacks if you want them. Just let this be a peaceful time where you can enjoy your baby, and just watch them be all cute and bundled up. And don't worry about it. Don't worry about poop and pee and spit up. That's just part of it. So then the other thing I always like to let parents know is that I'm really careful about germs and sanitation. So everything gets washed in between every session. I wipe down things. I oftentimes diffuse some oils that kill germs in the air, because I want to make sure that your baby is safe. So I want you to know ahead of time that preparation has already gone into my studio. As far as wraps and props, I have tons of them, and so you can come with nothing and we'll be great. But if you do have things you want to incorporate, I've had friends or clients, I should say, who have brought, sports related things or special quilts or anything like that, and I'm more than happy to incorporate that type of thing in. And then I just adore being able to incorporate family in as well. So I will absolutely do the more typical newborn photos with you and your baby, or of just your baby, I should say. And then I love to get them of mama and daddy and the baby and siblings if there are. And I love to do a more lifestyle type session with that. So if that's something you want, know to come ready. And if you don't have time to do your makeup and do your hair, if you want to before your session, I have a bathroom right next to my studio that you are more than welcome to make yourself at home at while I start taking pictures of the baby. So I think that's it for newborn and kind of what to expect. But I can't wait to see you and your baby and take those precious photos that you can hang on to for a lifetime. Thanks, guys.